All right, I want to show you how to prepare the paper when we start penciling because there's lots of different ways that we can do it. So I've got some examples here. This is the size that I work now, which is, get at my ruler here, my panels are about, it's kind of one of those questions everybody always asks. So my panels are about 3.5 inches high, and they are quite wide. They are 6 1/4 wide. And the reason for that is this is a 16:9 ratio, which fits the film size. You can see that I was working this way before I switched over to the 2x3 tier. I was doing 3 on 2 tiers before. And when I worked that size, it's basically pretty much the same size. See, I just changed the layout so that I didn't have to recut the boxes, and the strips can be bigger, both on my website and other places, since it fits more of a square shape, and that seems to be the way things are going. So, so this is the same size, and there are some benefits to both of these, and I'll tell you what they are in a second. This is the size of my strips Sundays prior to, I think it is at least, prior to during syndication. And what's missing is there was also the throwaway panel here on the beginning. And these aren't 16:9 in aspect ratio. They're a little more 4:3-ish, but they're really not even that. And so if you go and look at some of the stuff I was doing with the motion stuff, you'll see that they weren't really, there was overhang, and so I wanted the panel to take up the whole screen, so it'd be bigger and more readable. Okay, so these are pre-printed, as you can see, and these I am going to show you how to do it the old-fashioned way, and just whip it out with the old ruler markings. The benefit of this shape for me is that, like I said, I think it fits better in an online environment, and I can always recut them to other sizes. I've also standardized my panel size at this point, which is there's always 6. I haven't changed that yet and started playing around with layout or any of that stuff. Something I might do down the road. But for now, it's always going to be 6 panels so that it can be chopped up in a lot of different ways. And same with these. These are all 6 panels. Let's see, I got some more here. I don't think I've really done anything different with that. Here's some of the older strips from, yeah, these were 6 panels, 6 panels, 6 panels. So that was one of the first things I did in my print strip. You'll have seen lots of different layouts here. Let's see, I've got a book here somewhere. So if you go into one of these and you look at the Sundays, these are the Sundays, and you can see there's that shape. There's the throwaway panel, and big one, throwaway panels. So, so yeah, looking at that, you can see lots of different ideas on graphic design and layout, whereas I'm not doing as much with the graphic design and the changing panel sizes. God, I did it different every day. Look at that. That's pretty weird. Calm down, Jantze. So yeah, here's a 6. And so much more about design and graphic design, and here a little bit more about what's going on inside the frame. So sort of a different approach, bit of a different approach to that. So we're going to cut this sheet of paper down to size, and as you can see, if I take one of these, this size, I'm going to cut this bottom off, and believe it or not, if I chop this bottom off, guess what? It's the exact size of one of my old dailies. Look at this. This is the size of syndicated dailies I used to use, which was a 14-inch sheet of paper. And so I've got a 13-inch zone here. What are the advantages of this shape versus this shape? Well, the main thing is I can put this and print it through my inkjet printer, and I don't even need a large format. I can just go in and make a certain size and stick it through the inkjet printer, and it prints out this beautiful little grid that's already pre-made that I believe I made in Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, registered trademark. The difference here is I can't shove this through a regular printer. I could go get a large format printer for about 150 bucks and put it through that, but I haven't done that. We're going to obviously mark up the paper with this, and we are going to cut the paper with this guy. And I've got this beautiful old artist ad scale ruler left over from days when there used to be print. And so I've marked up, I had a red Sharpie and a blue Sharpie, but I've marked it up so I've got all my marks on here. Red is horizontal and blue is my vertical ticks, and I'll show you that in a second. First, let's cut the paper. I know that the paper, well, let me tell you. I know that the paper is 14 inches wide, and it is going to be 12 inches tall when we're done. And what I've done here is, hopefully this is all on screen, is I put a little mark with a stop mark on it, and I know that's the end of my paper. And if I want to get real fancy, I won't even use the pencil for the cut, but I'll go ahead and I'll mark all these up first. So it's all the red marks. So, and if you need to get your eye over the tick mark, close one eye, whatever works for you. I feel like I'm blind in one eye anyhow. So there's those marks. So we go cut this guy right off the bat. I should probably have somebody on standby since I just picked up a sharp knife. But let's see if we can get it done here. So I do this, and I basically, what I'll even do is stick the knife in there, and once I get one in, I'll stick the knife in the other one, and I'll push the ruler up to it. And then I know they're perfect. Because perfect doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter at all. And then I move my hand down like an inchworm. Piece of paper. Yep, done. Okay. So that goes there. I don't put any pressure on the pencil, and that way I just push it up against the ruler. So I'm kind of pushing into the ruler, but I don't push down on the pencil because that way the pencil doesn't push the ruler around. The pressure on my left hand is greater than the pressure on my right hand, and so the ruler won't move on you. Does that make sense? And I'll do these lines as light as possible. I'm doing them a little darker so hopefully you all can see it. Okay. And a couple more. Did I do that right? Oh yeah. Yeah, okay. That's not the top, by the way. That's the side. I just realized that. Which edge did I cut? That one. Okay. No, here's the top. All right. And I'm looking at that going, what? Those are going to be some tall panels. It's like a Winsor McKay strip or something. Okay, last one here. There we go. Okay, so there's that. Now we mark our next ones. All right, 5/8 of an inch in. Zounsies. Okay. Keep those small. I totally missed on this one, so I'm going to do that a little bit right there. And then we have a comic strip. It's starting to look like a comic strip. The best part about this is you do all this work in the anticipation of the awesome work you're going to do next. And honestly, it kind of clears your head out. When I was doing my daily strip, I went and had the daily strip grids printed. It just seemed like too much stuff, and I'd just be always running around trying to find Bristol or something. So I went and had mine printed at a printer, and then I think it was about 200 bucks, and I got like 3 or 5 years worth of strips or something for all that, you know, thousands and thousands of strips. In the old days, I inked the borders, so that would be the next step. And in the Norm comic, you'll notice I didn't use a ruler. I was having lunch with Charles Schultz one day, and he asked me, yeah, hey, how do you do your lettering? He was very proud of his lettering. And I said, oh, I've got some pre-printed grids that have the thing on them. He goes, well, you have very nice lettering. He said, so I'm feeling all big about it, right? And then he drops the bond and he goes, yeah, I don't use any of that. I just ink my lettering without any guides. It was kind of like, okay, and that makes you, and I am me. So that is how we cut and prepare our paper. Can you hear the pug dog? My dog Mimi. Where's Mimi in here? Oh, there she is. Do you hear her snoring? That's Mimi. She's underneath my desk.